Well, it's Halloween time of year, and so our favorite thing to do is have some of our favorite people come and be with us. I'm a pollinator garden, although I don't know that things come to roses, but anyway.
Beautiful.
Yeah. But Katie Collins, you're a water resources agent, but you look a little scary today.
Yeah, not my usual outfit. Today I'm Maleficent, and I drug along Sleeping Beauty. We woke her up just for this and brought her along. This is my sister, Bridget Altman, but today she's Sleeping Beauty Aurora.
Well, and I must say, it was quite a transformation when you came out.
With the blonde wig. We're not used to Bridget being a blonde.
No, we're not, yeah. But y'all have so much fun. I think y'all just love holidays. Both of you do.
We do.
Y'all,
But especially Halloween.
Any excuse. And so y'all are going to show us some kind of fun Halloween things we can make at home?
Yeah, we've brought along some ingredients for some healthy Halloween snacks. So much candy, we thought we'd bring some fruits and veggies to.
Yeah, so this is the stuff that you could hand out, but if you were having a party, it should be great fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we had a party with some of Bridget's friends just a few years ago, and we made a couple of these things there. So they enjoyed them.
And so I think we've got a sample of them up here. You want to kind of tell us what we're going to be doing?
Yeah, so we have the easiest one is just a peeled little clementine or cutie orange with a little sliver of green apple in the top to make it look like a pumpkin.
Okay,
yeah, some people use celery, but I thought green apple tastes a little bit better.
Well, and the season of the year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then we've made a funky little mouth out of a couple apple slices and some yogurt-covered raisins.
Yeah.
Like he might need to go to the dentist.
I was going to say, blue teeth.
He's looking a little...
But you know, these days people like to do so many strange things. Who knows?
You can bedazzle your teeth.
Yeah.
And we've got a ghost banana. That's Bridget's favorite, right?
Yep.
You love bananas.
Oh, yeah, I sure do.
And so he's got, what all's on him?
He has got
chocolate chips
mini
and
chocolate chips.
Raisin.
Okay.
And a raisin for a mouth.
That's really cute. I like
I like that one. And then we've got a funky little spider. What's he made out of?
Oh, crackers, pretzels, and peanut butter.
Ritz crackers, pretzels, and peanut
And you know,
butter.
we were sitting here earlier, and we thought if you wanted to do this again, you might want to get like an Oreo or something.
Yeah.
So it'll maybe look a little more spiderish.
Yeah.
More like a black spider, yeah. We'll call him a brown recluse for today.
Okay. I don't know if I want a brown recluse.
You don't want to eat a brown recluse.
He's just a spider.
We'll just call him a little house spider.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. And you even had peanut butter that came in some kind of squeeze thing.
Yeah, some of these crafts, it's a little easier with the squeeze tube peanut butter instead of the jar kind because you can be a little more careful with where you put it.
Yeah. So are we going to get to do some of them?
We sure are, yeah. We're going to put them together and make our own version.
Okay.
And have ourselves a little Halloween party.
This is going to be fun. Oh, I'm so glad y'all came.
We're glad to be here.
So you've already got us kind of started.
I've prepped a few things to get us ready to go. So this could be something fun to do with your kids or grandkids too, and you can kind of prep to make it a little easier once they're there. So on our plate, we're gonna make the mouth first. So we've got 2 little apple slices, and I've gone ahead and squeezed some peanut butter on there. And then in our bowl, we have our yogurt covered raisins. So if you pick one to be your bottom lip, and then you can just start putting your raisins on as teeth.
Okay.
And then we'll take the top and squish it right on top. And they've got our little smiles. We hold them up like they're our smiles.
And we don't need lipstick because it's already red.
Exactly, already red. And they taste really good. We were snacking on them last night.
Sure.
I bet they do.
Yeah, those yogurt raisins are sweet.
Yogurt covered raisins.
Yeah, it's kind of like a chocolate covered raisin, but it's like a yogurt
That's cool.
glaze.
And a little more, I mean, even though it's not pearly white, I don't think we want brown.
You can use different things. You can use nuts. We've used slivered almonds in the past, so they look like fangs.
Oh, that'd be kind of fun, too.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Bridget liked the raisins, though, so we went with those.
Because
they're nice and sweet. Yeah. Yummy and sweet.
Okay, fun.
Should we do our banana ghost next?
Oh, yeah.
What do you think? Okay. All right, so now we're going to make our banana ghosts, and we need a little bit of peanut butter for that to attach our little raisin mouth.
Oh.
So I'm going to put a tiny bit of peanut butter on each of our little raisins.
Okay.
so that they will attach. And
Oh,
then
that's going to stick it on. Yeah.
yes, and then the chocolate chip eyes you can kind of just press into the banana, so you
'Cause
don't
it's
really
soft,
need
yeah.
anything for that.
Okay.
So we'll pick where you want your mouth at,
I'm going to look at the one you did and just kind of get an idea.
and kind of flatten your raisin out so it makes a big like oh mouth like a ghost.
Okay.
And then we'll press our two. Yeah, it's perfect, Bridget. You're gonna put your chocolate chip eyeballs in now.
Yep.
And then we'll just press our little mini chocolate chips in for eyes. And it looks like a ghost saying boo.
There we go. Oops.
Beautiful.
Now, where'd you get these little teeny tiny chocolate chips?
They were kind of hard to find. Yeah, they're just the miniature chocolate chips.
Okay,
and we
but they're out there.
they're at the grocery store. You just have to look around for the minis. And if you wanted to do regular size, they would just be big ol' eyes. So that one's
Whoa.
easy peasy. Now we've
It
got our
really,
little
really is. Yeah.
bananas, and they taste good too.
Yeah. This is too much fun. Yeah.
All right, let's go on to our next one. We're gonna do little spiders. I've got pretzels for everybody and 2 Ritz crackers pre-squeezed with peanut butter. And we've broken some pretzel sticks.
And you know, I was going to say, I
half.
guess if you wanted to,
You could just do one the
you
whole
could
way
do,
across.
or have it be a little longer
Yeah.
if it was their daddy long legs. which
A
isn't
big
really-
old long spider.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we've got 8 legs each. Bridget counted them out for us so that we have our correct spider legs. You can kind of splay them out so that they
Yeah,
stick out
stick
as
out a little,
legs.
yeah.
If you get them too close together, they kind of jumble all together.
Like I'm doing here.
You're doing perfect.
You know, I have spiders in my bathtubs a lot in the bathtub.
Really?
Yeah. Well, yeah, our house is, kind of open to the outside.
Yeah.
And I just pick them up, and we have a door in the upstairs bathroom
Yeah.
that goes out to the outside, and I just take it out there.
Yeah. I like having spiders around. You know, they catch some of the other bugs, and I don't know, I feel like anything that's a predator kind of is important for the
Yeah.
local ecosystem. They have a big impact on it.
Yeah.
So I tend to catch them in a cup and just put them outside the door.
Well, I just,
I'm not quite as brave as you, but
there are a lot of things I'm not brave about.
I'm not that good at identifying the spiders, so I just play it safe.
Gosh.
There's my little spider.
But
This
these
is so
are
much
very
fun.
safe spiders that you can just gobble right up.
Yeah. Boy,
Cute little legs.
that is really, really fun.
All right, we have one last snack, and this one is very simple. So it only takes a second to make.
If you've already peeled it.
If you've already
You try to
peeled it.
find the little bitty
Yes.
oranges or
So you,
clementines, you
you
said?
really could do it with probably any orange, but these are the little clementines that are really easy to peel. So that makes it
that makes
a little
it
bit more
'cause
simple.
sometimes you got to kind of pick all that membrane off. Yeah.
These come off nice and easy, and kids
Okay.
love them because they're little and sweet. And, so this one, pretty simple. We've already peeled it, so we've just got a little sliver of green apple. We're gonna stick in the top like a pumpkin stem. And that's it. You can't really even call that a craft. It's done in 2 seconds.
Yep.
Mine has got kind of a hole, so I'm just going to kind of stick him off to the side a
Well, you
little
can
bit,
just stick it down in the hole there.
but it won't show.
Oh, it's too far down.
Where's the peanut butter?
Let's try the other side.
Okay.
Oh, that one's pretty big too, though.
Yeah. Where's the peanut butter?
Oh, we need peanut butter.
Because that'll help fill up the hole, right?
Yep.
Won't that work?
You're right. Good idea.
More excuses for peanut butter.
Troubleshooting. I think Amanda likes peanut butter.
I love this fancy. Yeah, see,
There
now
you
I'm
go.
like, how about
Perfect.
that?
Now you get a little
Gosh.
peanut butter with your orange.
Yeah.
But these are all nice and healthy to kind of break up all that candy sugar rush.
And so you got a green apple,
Yep.
which is fun, and then you use the red apples for the lips.
For the lips.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you could do green if you want to have green lips. Maybe you're dressing as a witch and
Well,
you want
who
green
knows?
lips.
Yeah, just kind of all good. Yeah. But I like the contrast. I think
I
you
do
get
too.
really good contrast
Yeah.
that way.
And that's my favorite one because it tastes very good.
Which
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
The
Which is-
little mouth.
Oh, apple mouth.
Yeah, which one's your favorite?
The banana guys.
The banana ghost
And the
is good.
spider.
I kind of knew that. Bridget loves bananas. Almost as much as Amanda loves peanut butter.
I know, a lot of times I just don't keep it at the house.
Yeah.
Because it's so tempting to get a cracker.
Get
and
a little
put some peanut
spoonful.
butter. Well, you have certainly gotten me into the spirit. Thank y'all so much.
You're
It's been way too long since y'all have been with us.
I'm
need
glad
to-
we came back.
Yeah. Well,
We
think
need to
up
do it
things for
again.
other holidays and come back and share your creativity with us.
We will.
Yeah. And I think, with your expert guidance, we all did pretty good. And I'm going to pick one and taste it, see how it tastes.
Should we each pick our favorite?
I'm going to try the spider.
Okay.
Because he'll be crunchy.
I'm going to do the little
Okay.
mouth.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween!
Good.